All right. Excuse me. All right, we're back with more. All right, geez, listen. Um, what if Shield Hero? I mean, what if Deku has Shield Hero's quirk part 5? If I'm not mistaken, I'm doing this because I think it was first last. If I'm able to pronounce your name, I will say your name. Like, hey, because he did want me to also do. Uh, I might be getting the people mixed up, but I know one subscriber wanted me to do like a gunslinger one when I was. You can always put your comments down, even if I get when I get bigger. It might just take some time to get to it, because right now I'm gonna put a poll though just to make sure I'm on the right page here. For my what ifs, I got this kind of as the order, right? Mainly, the Naruto stuff is gonna be first because a lot of people are requesting. I kind of keep seeing it pop more and more up, or like Naruto theme what ifs. So I'll have like one where he has the Mageking Sharingan. I'll have one. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be spoiled by the title regardless, but I'm gonna have one where he has a Kekken Genkai where he has both of them. So I'm also have one where he just solely has the Sharingan. I don't really like the Byakugan because it's very trash. Like not in universe, but just out of universe, it'd be kind of trash. So I'll do something with that. If I'm saying your name right, first last, you requested the soul manipulation, or the dude that had the soul manipulation, and also the gunslinger one. So I'm going to. That's in the cooking. That's in the woodworks. Um, so don't be scared to throw that down and remind me. I'm doing the Shield Hero one because somebody was like, I think it was first last. He was like, "Hey, did we forget about my what if? Did we forget about it?" And I completely understand. Now for the few people that did say they want Dracula back, it wasn't nearly as high on the total poll of stuff that was getting requested, but you can keep, asking for it or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put in the poll for this video. I'm gonna put Naruto. Naruto means Naruto related what ifs, right? Then I'm also gonna put light, but that's gonna be the light what if, or I might just say what if they quit the light. I might fully spell it out. I don't know yet. That's gonna be editing me. Then I'm gonna put soul manipulation, and I'll just give you a quick rundown just so you can have an idea of what that what if's gonna be like. But the soul manipulation, he's gonna have Samuel's powers. I don't know how to say the guy's name, but he's gonna that version of Deku will be a lot different because he'll have come on, bro. Just give me a second here. He'll be able to like affect the user's soul, like make them like slow, make the gravity of them hard. His defense and attack will be dummy low, but he'll have moves that like for example, he'll have soul poison where he damages, not damages, but takes saps this person's stamina away, but like one tick. It's gonna be kind of like an RPG character. For the person that suggests this, you can say down in the comments, hey, I am the one that suggested this. I'll put a star by your name, a star, a heart, so people know. Also, I got a Discord. I'm not gonna constantly check my Discord. Now, follow me here. I'm not gonna constantly check my Discord because of the simple fact is I turned notifications off, but like I will look at it because I don't want to get a notification every time someone says hi. Okay, but I will come back and commonly look at that. That it's gonna be explained when you join it, but basically how that's gonna work is I'm pretty sure I got my link and stuff because I had to get that set up the other day. But it's gonna be just like a friendly place, to talk about stuff. That's kind of the whole point of the family-ish theme. But this Discord, I actually took time in and actually got some stuff set up, and someone helped me with that. So I'm actually gonna be putting this in all my videos now. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for any of my previous videos, but I probably will just for good measure. But enough with that. I will put the Discord in. Soul manipulation, he's gonna be able to like manipulate people's soul, not kill them instantly or anything like that. He's able to do all these moves, like he's able to summon bones and stuff out of the ground. not the ground, but just out of like thin air, or especially if it's an area that a lot of people died at, he's able to summon out massive bones. Those bones, they're not strong, right? But he's able to summon so many that it makes up for his weakness. This deck will be a lot more lazier than most people though, because like, why not? If I don't have to do it, I won't. And if I have to do it, I'll do it as quickly as possible. That's that version Deku's motto. So that will be somewhere in the woodworks. That's just like an overview of it. But back to the poll, it's gonna be what if Naruto, what if the light, if you want me to continue the light one, what if Deku's the only guy? These seems to be the main popular what ifs. And I'll probably throw in the Shield Hero one too. So how I'll do it is like, let's say it's like a real close tie on like another video. I'll probably like make a video out of one of them, depending on which one I haven't done recently. And then if it's a clear winner out of that, I'll do it like that. But if it's divided by like 63, 52, this, that, I'll just go in that order, and that's the order I'm going in. But I know this intro's a little long, but I will put like a little timestamp, like get straight here if you don't care about the channel update. But that's that. By the way, with Deku being using the light quirk, he will use it. I'm just kind of wanting it to be dramatic because I actually got a couple of ideas on how I'm gonna do the story. I just need to know if he's gonna be good or not. So for my next video, I'm gonna procrastinate or for making him go on any path just yet, because when a lot of y'all want him to be a vigilante, I think y'all know what I'm trying to say. No, not too many people want him to evil. I got like 5 evils, 7 good, and 13 vigilantes. I'm just gonna say V. But the reason I got that number is because one person put it and then the people liked it. Then another person put it and people liked it. So it was 7 likes. So 7 likes. It basically added up to 13 after I did the math or whatever, right? So I'm thinking these 13 individuals did this. So like, people want this, but I'm gonna put in a poll because the poll will give me like a good percentage. There'll be no misunderstanding. So yeah, that's pretty much summing it up. Now we can, and I'll go past my 20 mark this time in this video since I like took a good 7 minutes just giving y'all a general update. So let's get into the Shield Heroes quirks and awesomeness. So right after he won against Deku and he pretty much gave his speech like, hey, we're so awesome, blah, blah, blah. They're going to go pick names and stuff, right? And Deku's name would be GDA or ADG. I'm gonna just say he's the god of shield hero, god of attack and defense. But you can also shorten that for each letter, and then that'd pretty much be what you get, right? And they got a lot more internships, right? Him and Bakugo, because they did like so good. And so instead of Bakugo going to the come on, brain, going to the third hero or genius or whatever, he's gonna go with Endeavor, because Endeavor offered it. The only reason he did this is because he's curious on that boy with the shield's power, and he knows that he's been friends, and Todoroki lost to him too, but he was the only person to bring out Todoroki. So he's kind of using Bakugo as like a good training subject, but they both secretly know that he could easily beat Endeavor, but that's a different story. And they don't know it, like they know it, but they don't 100% know it, right? So now who will Deku get in turn with? This part I was struggling with when I was brainstorming it a little bit, because I'm not 100% sure, because it would make no sense, because he wouldn't go with All Might's old mentor, because he was using that to help him control One for All, but he can control for One All. So I'm thinking he would go with Nightwing, right? Because he knows how to control it. But I'm saying a lot of buts, don't. But what I'm also thinking, right, is he would probably might go to Ida's internships, because he wants to help out Ida, okay? And how would he know this is I think he would understand that it's a certain vibe that's given off because he remembers that vibe when he was growing up, when he had the shield and stuff, because people used to always kind of like be jealous, like, oh, he's got all that defense, or so it's like a vibe he gets off. So I'll say he went with that, right? So how this scenario would play out is he would see Ida and he'd be like, he wouldn't say nothing. He would just keep it quiet, just and wait for Ida to go off on his own. Then he would tell that trash hero that, I got you, bro. And then he takes off while the hero's doing whatever he's doing. But instead of calling Todoroki off bat, he wouldn't have Bakugo's number, but he does text Todoroki, hey, if you want to see how a real hero does it, go ahead and pull up to the Addy. So he tells him that in Bakugo. So they go run off a little bit more earlier than in canon. So Ida's going off, but like Deku's just kind of like stalking him, but from like a safe distance. This Deku has one for all, and he's able to control a lot more of it too. So he's able to keep up with this man. This man's slow. So he sits there and like kind of watches the fight for a little bit while Ida gets voted. And then like right before the finishing blows lift, he uses shield whip, basically just turns his shield into a whip, takes the sword out, flips it back, and just he slides in, pulls the man's, he has a transport, and he pulls the man's, the native hero, which low-key is racist, I think, but like that's its own story. He pulls out native hero, pulls the man, gives that man some heals. He's back in the fight, but he tries to fight, but he knocks the dude out. I don't want none of y'all to hear what I'm saying. He looks at Ida, like gets in this man's face. You're supposed to be a hero, but you're acting like a villain. What is wrong with you? So after he gets done drilling this man about it, he doesn't heal him because he wants him to like just stay there. So he starts fighting Stain and stuff, right? And then as this fight goes on, this fight's fairly easy for the man's, right? When Stain tries to get his blood or whatever, he has really high defense, so she's just like not really getting touched at all. So it's not even really like a fight, it's just kind of one-sided. Stain's trying to hit this man, but like he learned a new ability, right? Where he gets iron and it like protects his whole body. Plus he's also has really good maneuver abilities because he's able to make a lot of air shields and stuff around him, right? So this makes it too dummy easy for him. But he wanted to try out his new move. You remember that move he used? I wish I was really good with editing. I would take the clip from my video and like put it right here right now. Ooh, I'll get there eventually. He does that move, but a smaller version of it, right? So it's like basically instead of being like a high skill attack where like he's using a whole bunch of lightning from the sky, he only absorbs what's like in his proximity. And so he hits Stain with like multiple volts and Stain can't move. And he says, basically he's asking Stain about his philosophy, right? Like, why do you do this? Why are you killing all these people? Blah, blah, blah. And then Stain explains, the hero society needs to change, blah, blah, blah. And this version of Deku feels this on like a spiritual level because he understands how cruel the hero society can and can't be because everyone treated him like some type of piece of trash just because he has a shield. He's only good for defense. He shouldn't be a hero. He should be a policeman. Kind of the similar stuff to how it was in canon, but not exactly like on par. But he experienced the downfalls of actually having a decent quirk, but he had to train for it. So basically, after he asks him that, he basically like cancels his paralyzing due to the lightning and stuff, right? But the reason he's able to do this just for justification is he has so many herbs and stuff. He has so many heals. He's like, all right, go before I change my mind. And then right before Stain leaves, he says, if you really want to change the society, you should stop killing these people. No one's going to listen to a murderer. Stain says, shut up, kid, or shut up, brat. You don't know what you're talking about. And runs off. And then like right before he fully runs away, he does like something Daredevil does and like the on the TV show, right? He's like, everyone with a second chance can deserve it, but if you don't show them a light and just send them straight to the darkness, what do you expect the outcome to be? And then Stain runs off. And when this happens or whatever, Deku, Bakugo, all of them get the story straight. Ida starts trying to talk trash. Deku hasn't healed him yet. This is important. Ida starts trying to talk trash. Why did you let him go? He's the reason my brother like this. Deku has enough, right? So it was almost kind of like, it was almost in sync, right? Because Bakugo was about to hit him, but Deku did it first. He doesn't even look at Mans. He just hits him with like a right kick, just straight into the solar plex. And he's like, listen, you acted reckless. If I didn't show up or realize that you were acting stupid, I could have done something. He drills in Todoroki a little. He yells at Todoroki. I gotta be careful. Some of y'all shippers out there might hear that. But he gets mad at Todoroki too. Like, I know you've seen it. You know that type of hatred. Anywho, you're acting like a villain. You're not thinking rashly, lost your cool headed. What do you think your brother would feel? How do you think your brother would feel? Don't worry about that though. He's listening right now, but that's a different story for a different episode. And he's just like, you didn't think things through at all. What type of hero prioritize his self over others? You know how many people were damaged in this Nomu attack? He was able to actually help people without being there because he sprouted a lot of plants as the attack was happening. Like when he was chasing, he was able to sprout a lot of plants. So a lot of plants got people to safety. Some of those plants were healing people. Another episode for another video. So after that, they have the same or like similar same spill about you're not able to use your quirks, blah blah blah. But instead of Deku admitting that he was there, because there's no need, he just says like he tried to protect Ida. He didn't really attack. Like they was able to twist the story a little bit. Bakugo and Todoroki came to help, but by the time that happened, they left. And Deku told him like, if you say something, I'm using my new move on you. Don't say anything. Because if you do say anything, then how do you think your family legacy would like to know their only heir was acting? And then he'll go into how stupid and reckless this man was acting. So with that being done and that being said, we would skip to the training for the provisional license, right? And none of the other fights pretty much would really differ here, besides like Bakugo just being a little more stronger in this what if, due to him training with Todoroki and getting some more ideas. So with this happening or whatever, him and Deku don't have the same bitterness towards each other, but I mean Bakugo's still like, I'm better than you, and they have more of a Bakugo is still. I lost my part because stuff happened, but Bakugo is still Bakugo, okay? And he's like, I'm not losing to you. I was born with greatness. And he was like, I was too, but I trained. So his version of Deku doesn't really play as much because like he understands how brutal the world is. He isn't our little cinnamon roll, this version of him, right? He's just more on the no. So he's like, I'm gonna let you fight All Might. I'm gonna walk out that door. All Might comes. You must be taking. I'm a villain now, boys. Blah blah blah. You know, talking smack. Deku's just like, he gets up into this man's face. It says shield binding prison. And so it like summons a shitload of chains, but the cost of it is he loses his shield for a moment, right? And he's like shield binding chains. He binds this man, walks right towards the exit, and sits down. And he's just sitting there, as I said, but like it happened all so fast. So like he's in this man's face, shield binding prison or chains, whatever wording we want to use for it, right? And he's next to me, he's at the exit, and then he releases it. But when he when he released it, he also took off All Might's braces or weights to make it easier for him to move, and he chilled. But right now he doesn't have the shield. He still has pretty decent defense, but it's not like God defense, okay? Like he could actually take damage. But the secret thing we don't know about is he also does off-screen chaining, right? Where I'm gonna go past the 20 mark since I took a lot of time in the beginning, but or let's try to. but he turns his defense off and just starts beating the crap out of himself or like hitting himself against trees, breaking his limbs. Basically, how it is in canon. But the only reason he's doing this is because he wants to get used to pain. Cause like he thought about something when like looking at a comic of like superheroes and stuff. It basically it's off brand, but it this is basically the parallel, right? He saw how this superhero like Hulk and stuff, they were using this thing called like an Infinity Gauntlet. And I'm only saying this in the sense of how he would be viewing it, okay? But y'all know what I'm talking about, or if you watched it. Like they use this thing called the Infinity Gauntlet in this movie, but it's a comic in the My Hero universe. And he was acting like it hurt, but then Deku thought, wait, Thanos did the same thing. Why is it? But he thought their durability and pain threshold is so much higher than most people. So when they feel pain, it hurts a lot more. But this like dude that only uses technology and stuff, he didn't feel a pain or feel it or anything because he feels pain every day. He gets beat up every day. It's another Thursday for him wearing the gauntlet. So Deku thought, if I keep using my shield, what happens one day when it comes off? Like if he could just get so beat up so bad to where it comes off, even though that may or may never happen. Like what? So he trained, but enough with the mini flashback backstory. You sitting there and Bakugo is just like he gets like infuriated. He's angry, frustrated, mad, heated, exploded. So he's just throwing everything at All Might. All Might's like, we. He does the flash grenade. Then he comes back around. He's doing like that little spinning move. The hell her I don't know how to pronounce it. I had an idea of what it was, but like he does a little spinning move he did against Todoroki, but the explosions are a lot stronger and they pack more of a punch because he's a little bit more stronger than he is canon. I'll say by 25%. I don't really like to get percentages. I like to just kind of use head canon, but I think we're all kind of on the same path for the people that's been viewing this. He does that, and then right after that, he's throwing like a lot of these miniature, like he calls it machine gun, right? But what it really is like he gets a lot of mini explosions on the tip of his fingers, and also his like palm, and he's like sending them all out, but like in a rapid succession. Then right after he does this Ka blast, which is Kamehameha really, but a Ka blast or Ka explosion. But you probably knowing him, he'll say Death Explosion Wave. And so what it is he charges up like a lot of explosions in the palm of his hand until the point where it's like actually a blast, and then he like sends it out, right? And All Might's caught off guard by how strong young Bakugo, yeah, young Bakugo is. But he's like, that's not enough to defeat me. I know. So what he does is he gets like at an angle of where the sun's at, does another stun grade. He's like, haha, the same trick won't work twice. I know, Bakugo says. Turns around, kicks this man in the leg. It doesn't hurt or anything, but like he hits him in an angle to where he falls a little bit, punches the dude. But like this man's All Might is fast, but he's just caught off guard because it's like an attack. Even if a mosquito, even if somebody was only hitting you and it did 1 damage, but if it hits you so fast and some of them do 25, 50, 80, it's gonna catch you off guard, right? So he's hitting him with a lot of combos, right? And then he jumps up and he takes off both of the pins on his stuff and says, "Eat this." God Eater explosion, basically kind of spiting Deku a little bit. God Eater explosion hands, and so it's 2 massive explosions, right? But Bakugo propels himself in such a way to where he's getting shot this way towards where Deku's at. He's like, ah! And he hits it with everything he got. He's just like, I'm doing it. Basically, it's his mentality with it, right? So after he does that, All Might gets up like, oh, that one stung a bit. But Bakugo's not out there. He's not there yet. He's chilling. Oh, by the way, quick side note though. Some of my what ifs may have similar plot points, but like a lot of the time I kind of like when Deku's in a certain state, he won't help no one because I had to train on my own. Why can't you do it? Plus, if I just win for us, you're not gonna learn anything. Yes, he wants to be the number one hero, but like, what's the point if I can do it easily? This may be different from the Deku that does soul manipulation. But he's just like, oh, he actually did a little bit of damage. Deku gets, I mean, not Deku, Bakugo gets so mad, like, okay, Mr. Almighty and Powerful, if you can do something, do it. I need All Might's permission first. He's like, what? Hey, yo, All Might. Yes, young Midoriya. Would you have a problem if I went all out? He's not really going all out. He's just, yeah. I mean, basically, All Might gets kind of scared because like he's seen what this kid can do, and he's like, you haven't been going all out. Like, you have more moves. You don't have your shield on. Isn't that your quirk? Even if you had one for all, I mean, you can only do so much. He's like bugging out, but he's like keeping a brave face. He's like, all right. You know those chains you had earlier? It sets up for blood sacrifice. In God prison, it's just like really a really big prison. So, this man gets sent up all the way up into the sky. But not like really high, but just, it's really high, but not really, really high. Like not atmosphere level, but just like Kirin from Naruto. Like when Sasuke did Kirin, it's kind of up there, but it's not like orbit up there. And he says, this is like one of his ultimate moves. So it's like he can't be busting this out frequently. Like he do it probably twice. And after that, he's got to go to sleep. Like One Piece when Luffy uses too much hockey. So he just massive explosion, detriments the whole area. Everyone's shocked. All Might is just, oh, okay, that hurt. Looks at Bakugo, kicks this man's torch. All Might stands an inch closer to the exit. Everyone's like, wait, what is he doing? Why doesn't he just leave already? And then as I was like, Eraserhead, he's like, because he understands something that only pros just figure out after years of experience. Everyone's questioning, like, what? He understands that he could easily potentially be the number one hero, no problem. But the thing is, what's the point of only having one good hero when there could be multiple great heroes? He can outclass, even if he can't fully outclass All Might, or in this case, I guess, outclass him. He understands that he can't protect everyone. So he needs other people to be good heroes too. Damn, that kid might be more terrifying than what I originally imagined. Huh. Interesting. So it's kind of like that. That's kind of like the mindset, right? I'm about to end this soon. So that happened. All Might gets up, but All Might still, chugging along. I'll say he's at like a clean 50%. But this version of All Might also doesn't have a timer because he got healed by Deku's herb shield or healing shield, whatever you want to call it. So he doesn't have a time limit. So, but I'll say right now, due to the damage and stuff, he's about at like 50, and he still can fight Bakugo, but Bakugo's kind of just like, I used up all my explosions. He pulls out his tiny ones, but that don't do nothing. This man pretty much tries to fight All Might, but doesn't amount to much. All Might tries to rush Deku, like, you're not getting like, but Bakugo's putting up a fight, like, I'm not done with you yet. You know how Bakugo is. Sorry, I got completely distracted, but you know how Bakugo is and stuff, right? But so he was doing that, but basically All Might just like somersaults this dude to existence, just like kicks his man with a big body ultimate supreme daddy kick, just move. He runs. I'm not gonna let you surpass me just yet, youngster. Kind of like in that mentality, right? Deku's just like, he walks closer to All Might. And he's not flexing, he's just like, I'm better than y'all. He's kind of like a Bakugo, but he understands that he put in hard work. And he was born with a really good quirk, but He put in hard work. This version of Deku doesn't think he just made it by luck, but because the version of Deku in canon, he think he made it by luck when it was actually hard work, and Bakugo believes the opposite. He thinks he's the holy grail, but it's like all skill, kind of like in that mentality. Oh, by the way, I didn't forget. I'm gonna introduce that into the story. That's an inside reference. Someone, I forgot your name, or well, I know your name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's gonna play a part into another what if. Anywho, so him and All Might would fight, but like he's like no, and he just zaps All Might. It doesn't kill him or anything. It's just strong enough to paralyze All Might. He picks up. He doesn't even pick up Bakugo. He kicks Bakugo and just kicks this man all the way to the exit. And then that's how they would pass. Now we're pretty much coming around to the end of this because that pretty much sums up season 2. And I can run over the next part. We'll have the no moon and all that good stuff. But I can run through the talk when he talks with the hand guy, the dude that disintegrates stuff with touching and all that. Real quick on that is he talks to him, but like he just puts this dude in a self-made prison where they're together. And he's like, you really couldn't kill me because I'm constantly protected by my shield at all times. But what do you want? So they talk, and I mean, Deku just kind of, you can try, but I'm gonna just stop you. And then he's like, oh, all right, blah, 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 blah. This version doesn't happen where Uraraka comes into play because she's not there, because he made a shield and then like shrunk it so no one noticed, or like changed it where they was, or like teleporting to something different. Basically, no one's there to witness this happening. So that plays out that way. It is hilarious. All right, now that we've made it to the end of this part. Now that we've made it to the end of this part, quick few more discussions. I'm gonna put a poll up. The only reason I waited to the end of the video, I did say it a little bit in the beginning, but for the people that actually watch my videos, not the people that sub and don't really check them out anymore, but the people that do watch my videos, I'm gonna do a poll for my Naruto, for my what ifs and stuff. Also, I'm going to do a potential giveaway. I know, but this giveaway is something I can do without harming my bank account. And I'm not being sponsored right now, so I don't gain nothing from this. But I mean, I'm not gaining nothing from this, but I mean, I'm giving y'all something, because there's been a few loyal people that keep coming back to my videos. So how this giveaway is gonna work out is, yes, I would prefer if you sub. Yes, I would prefer if you liked it. You can comment down like, hey, hit me up, but there will be a number. The number will be 768. Okay. Anyone can put the 768, but the reason I'm putting 768 is because there's no random part in this video. I didn't say anything about no giveaway. I didn't bring it up. But if you made it to this point, 768, put that down there. This is going to be more biased towards the people I've seen in my comments more recently. Not recently, but like the people I keep seeing in my comments, like people that keep commenting, and the people that keep putting the NR. Y'all have a fair chance of this too. I have just enough. Let me tell you what I'm giving you away. I'm gifting the battle pass away for this new season on Fortnite. Hopefully y'all play Fortnite. And how that's gonna work is you just tell me your name, but after I tell you who the winner is. But it won't just be this video, right? But now we would have to discuss the terms of what conditions need to be met before I give the giveaway. Y'all can put in the number. I forgot what the number is, but I'll remember when I see it. But what sub count should I be at? Because I'm about to pass 300. So I'm thinking either 400 or 500. So what do y'all think? Because if you made it this far, you like the content, you're actually enjoying the video, or you're listening to me in the background. Either way, what should be the determination of my giveaway? The likes, the subs, the views. The views are always OP. So I don't really count that because I'll get like on my last one of my last recent videos, I got like 600 views, but not that many likes and not that many comments. So it's a give or hit with the views, but the likes are really where we can be with. But the